What gives each person's life meaning is entirely unique to that individual. Yet, many of us drift through our lives without ever asking if we are living a life that is truly meaningful to us. Too often, we neglect to navigate our lives around our own wants, beliefs, and values. Instead, we simply follow down a path based on prescriptions from our past. We need to ask ourselves, whose life am I really living? Did you become a surgeon because all of the men in your family are surgeons? Did you get married and have kids because that's what your sister did, so it just seemed like the right thing to do? Or did you see the path clearly laid out by your family and choose to go in the polar opposite direction just to drive them crazy? As children, we are completely dependent on others to care for us. However, human beings are adaptive creatures. We are all born genetically unique individuals. And since our brains are not fully developed, our personalities and beliefs about ourselves and the world around us are easily molded. As we grow up, we are put into boxes. These boxes are shaped by our families and societies, as well as experiences that either benefit or damage the development of our personality. We are given labels like the sensitive one or the angry one, and we become defined by this negative imprinting. Our adaptable minds come to believe these things about ourselves, and the labels stick with us. As you grow older, you learn various ways to keep yourself within this box, trapped in a counterfeit identity. One way we do this is by listening to the destructive thoughts of our inner critic. This nasty inner critic reinforces our old identity, diminishes our self-esteem, and tells us all the reasons to stay in the box instead of living our own life. Another way we maintain our old identity is by taking on negative personality traits that are an incorporation of negative traits from our parents or other influential figures in our childhood. Many of us find that despite our best intentions, we often act in the very ways our parents did, such as flying into fits of rage when under stress, even though we swore we would never be like them. Finally, we keep ourselves in the box by clinging to the defensive patterns we formed in childhood to deal with pain and distress. These defenses offered us a sense of safety as children, but they limit us in our adult lives. For example, a kid who felt ridiculed may be overly guarded and shut down in his adult relationships. By overcoming our destructive thoughts, challenging our negative traits, and giving up our defensive patterns, we can break free from the box and differentiate from our past identities. We can begin to discover and develop our true selves. Ask yourself, what lights you up? What gives your life the most meaning? Set goals for yourself that reflect your personal desires, beliefs, and values, and be proactive about achieving those goals. It is also important to set transcendent goals that go beyond yourself and your immediate family. Remember, you have the most value in the world around you when you find and invest in the gifts that you uniquely have to offer. There is no greater challenge than to live your own life, and there is no greater reward. So, what do you want to do with your one precious life?